my lovely Willow Vibes Tribe members. I am Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and this is just, I don't know, just a little share because I'm sitting in a cemetery and I didn't plan on coming here, but I've been here before, and I don't know anyone in this cemetery. I really don't. But for some reason, I was drawn here, and actually, I do know someone in this cemetery. I just didn't know that I knew. And I've got a few things to share that led me here. Like, I ended up leaving the house and just to go do something, and basically to solidify a prayer thing that I did, and nothing bad or anything like that. So I'm driving around, and along my drive, because I didn't really stop anywhere, along my drive, I just heard a phone ring. It's not mine. Nope. I don't know, maybe a phone's gonna ring, or someone's gonna call someone. But, oh, that reminds, okay, maybe that was just a reminder, because I had said that in a prior reading. I said, ring, 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 and I'm like, is it a phone, or what is it? I think it has to do with a bell, because I kept saying a long time ago, I'm gonna ring your bell. And that can be spiritually speaking, or spirit going, I'm gonna wake you up kind of thing, because if you think of church bells and whatever, but it gets your attention, and the sound wards off evil. But regardless, I just heard, oh, maybe I should ring the bell. Anyways, I don't know what that is. But regardless of that, I'm driving, and on my way to my first stop, my only stop really, was the river. And like I said, just to solidify something. Oh, I have so much more to say now. I didn't think I had that much to say, but I guess I do. But anyways, it was noontime, and the church bells started ringing. I was stuck in traffic, and I just hear ding, dong, ding. And I was like, oh, well, there's some bells. And I get up there. Well, you know, when I went at the river a while ago, when, you know, people were leaving me crap there, I had left some stuff under a rock, and I didn't know it at the time. The symbols that I was drawing, I didn't know what they were. They just came to me. And one of them was the attraction power symbol, a circle with a line through it, which is use your abilities and talents wisely. And it can be spiritually or just otherwise. And the arrows that I kept putting everywhere, I was doing it to lead people to the people that I wanted to see whatever the hell I left at the time. That was just to lead them there. But it's in the Viking runes, the arrow is the spiritual warrior. How friggin' cool is that? I was like, huh. It's like, it's so cool when stuff comes together, like fully comes together. So anyways, there's all that. And then I'm driving around, and I saw, because the other day when someone took the pineapple thing, and I explained that night a deer was in front of me. Well, today I saw a hawk twice, and a turtle, a giant friggin' turtle too. Like, it was trying to cross the road, but I wasn't going to help it because it's a snapper, and it was so big that I don't know where to grab them on the shell so they don't fucking bite you, basically. But hopefully he's good. He was huge. He was massive. He's bigger than my steering wheel. And I was like, whoa. I saw that. Yeah, I saw a hawk twice and a turtle. So a bunch of animals are making themselves known, basically. Just different signs everywhere. I haven't really looked into the spiritual meaning of all the animals yet for myself, but I will when I feel prompted to. And I just love it, because I had a dream a few nights ago, where I had these bumps all over my back, and like they looked like just mounds on my back, and they were under my skin. So it's like people could see the bump, but they couldn't see what it was. So it's like they could see something, but they didn't understand it. They didn't know what it was. And I'm like, what the hell's on my back in the dream? It was turtle shells, like poking out. It was almost like my skin started breaking open and there was a shell underneath. And it's not like coming out of your shell. Turtles, especially sea turtles, but turtles in general, they do represent spirit in a sense, and guidance, protection. I mean, think about their shell. They're always protected because they carry their protection with them. They carry their protection with them. So a lot of you might carry your protection with you. I know I carry some of my protection with me at all times, but it could be anything, you know what I mean? And yeah, hold on, I gotta roll down the window. It's getting hot in here. Whew, it's getting hot. There's that keychain that was left on a tree at the river. Well, it wasn't a keychain, it's a necklace. I turned it into a keychain. Because I cleansed the shit out of it first. But I gotta let the breeze through. Holy moly. It's probably let the bugs in too, just saying. But anyways, besides that. So I saw those animals and I was like, oh, this is why I'm on a drive. Like, I'm seeing really cool things. And I saw a road, I can't remember what it was called, but it's literally driving by and just catching it. It looked like it said Twin Flames. So it's like probably Twin something road, but I don't know where I was. And I've never heard of it. But I was like, oh, that looked like Twin Flame. And then as I'm driving along, I saw a stump that someone had painted with orange spray paint, a smiley face on it with eyebrows too. And I was like, oh, I love that. That's so cool. That wasn't for me, but it caught my attention. And I drove by the place where that wink face smiley face sticker post-it note thing was, where someone scratched the eye out. Excuse me. Where someone scratched the eye out, whatever, that stupid place. I don't know, for some reason I looked and something caught my attention, but it was nothing. Like, something was there, but nothing was there. Does that make sense? I don't know. And I drove by because I'm like, no, I just get to go to the store. I got to pee. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to turn around. So I turned around, I went there, and shit, someone's coming in here. I don't want to disrespect them by sitting here talking to you guys. Oh, they're staying over there, so it'll be fine. But anyways, I lost my train of thought because of that. I stopped there and there was a broken chain attached to a tree. And in a prior reading, it was either the water sign reading or the one I did this morning, I saw a broken chain in my head again. And I was like, that's why I was drawn here. It's like the chain is broken. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And it made me really happy, drove by, and then I don't know, I felt the urge to come here. And I sat down on the little red bench that's covered in birdies, and I left a little rose. And I kept staring where I'm looking right now, like up ahead. And I'm like, why do I want to go over there? I don't know anyone here. So I start walking, and I'm like, nope, not it, not it, not it. And then all of a sudden, I saw a dragonfly. And I was like, oh, I'll follow the dragonfly. And I did. And I'm not even kidding you. The stone that it landed next to, I'm like, oh, I wonder who you are. I look at the stone. It's George Dingley. It's the guy that used to plow our driveway when I was a kid. And I thought there was like a memorial thing at at a boat launch. I think it's Naples boat launch. I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, I thought there was like a little memorial for him. I don't know who it's for. It could just be for his family. And I'd mentioned that in a reading a while ago. And I was just like, oh, I hadn't thought of George Dingley in a while. He fucking led me right to his headstone. Like, literally led me right to it. And I was like, huh, interesting. So I do know someone in this cemetery. And he has a Freemason symbol on his headstone, too. There's a lot of Freemasons that I come across. But I guess the point of all of this is truly listen to yourself. I'm gonna cry. Believe in yourself. And no matter what other people say or do, no matter if they judge you or not, because you know you're not wrong. At least I know I'm not wrong when it comes to spirit communication and the things that I know and premonitions and whatever. I trust and believe within myself, and I really don't give a rat's ass if anyone else does. And I know that there are some people that are in my life personally who, well, they're not really in my life anymore, they're just around me. They don't believe. They probably think I'm nuts. They probably think I'm weird. I'm getting bit by bugs like crazy. But anyways, good for them. They're missing out. That's the way I look at it. So if anyone judges you like that, makes you feel less than or not credible or makes you second guess yourself, they don't belong. No matter who they are, they don't belong. I'm really going to cry for some reason, and I don't know why. You got this thing called life. Are there any other messages? Oh, well, we're going to leave this on. Because it's just, I don't know, I heard it twice and I'm going to say it again. A little birdie told me. I love you guys so much. And I'll be back in a bit, and I got a reading that's going to upload, but I should have done this one live. Oh well. It's weird talking, like sitting here, because all I can see is my mouth, because the steering wheel's in my way, but the camera's above it. Because I'm like, where am I going to set this fucking thing? I just heard cross that bridge. Cross that bridge. Even if it's scary, even if it seems dilapidated, take the chance, basically. So there's like a risk or a chance that someone wants to take or they're considering, but it feels like it's dilapidated, like it's fallen to shit. No risk, no reward, basically. At least you'll know, you won't like wonder forever. You'll have your answer, whether it's what you're expecting, what you're hoping for, what you're wanting or not. Because we don't always get what we want, but damn it, we get what we need. Even if we don't know we need it in the moment, we look back and go, yeah, that makes a lot of fucking sense. You know what I mean? I just heard in my head, sorry for cussing. So maybe somebody wanted me to apologize for cussing. I don't know. That's actually making me think of that person's daughter. The acquaintance's daughter. Because I kept apologizing for cussing. And she was so funny. I don't know why I'm being reminded of this all of a sudden. And she was so funny. She was like, it's okay. I say bad words too. And I was like, oh yeah, what's the worst word that you would say? And she looked at her father like, do I have permission to say what I'm going to say? And he was just kind of, I think he just kind of went like, whatever, because I don't think he knew what she was going to say. And I think she said, fuck. I really do. I think she did. And I was just like, well, that's a pretty big one, just saying. I guess that is. But anyways, oh, it was funny. She's adorable. That girl's gonna go far, especially if she has the support that she needs and deserves throughout her journey, because her journey's gonna change course as she gets older. I don't know, I feel a few avenues for her, but she's got some gifts. She's gifted. She's a gifted kid. And I didn't think she's believed either. Even if, I don't know, it's like even if people say that they believe or they think it or they're like, oh, I feel like maybe, it's not acknowledged, I guess. Because she knew, I don't know if he told her or not, but she knew I was a reader before I told her. And she asked me about zodiac signs. I didn't ask her. I didn't say any of that. So I'm not sure how she knew whatever, but regardless of if she was told or not, that's a very minor thing. She was sensing spirits in the house as well. She was scared. And rightfully so, because actually at the time, the spirit that was there that I sensed, because her father asked me about it, he must going to be watching this, or someone tied to him or something, because I don't know why else this is coming up. In their house, he had asked me if there was any spirit activity going on, like if there was anything to be worried about, basically, or if I could tell who it was. It was a couple different people at different times. There was a female there at one point, and none of them were bad. It was someone he knew, he was tied to, that passed away, and she was checking in. She was just like making sure he was okay. That was actually for him, like just making sure he was okay, like guilty conscience or something. I don't know. It was just checking on him. And she would come and go, and then she left. She hasn't been back. And then there was a man there. It wasn't, because his father passed away a long time ago, and it wasn't him. It was a different dude. And I'll never forget, because he was wearing like a flannel shirt. And I could see it clear as I'm seeing it in my mind again. He looked like, I don't know, any other dude in Maine, in New England area, like kind of hick, like, you know what I mean, wearing the chamois shirts or whatever, and jeans, just normal attire. But I don't know if he was in his 40s, or he didn't look old, but he didn't look young. I don't know who he was. He never told me his name. But he shot himself. He shot himself. And his energy was around. And if people die that way, and you're sensitive, you can feel what they feel. And if that's a lot of times, that's why we get nervous. That's why we get scared. Because if you think about it, if someone's going to do that to themselves, they're in a dark place, they're scared, they're upset, they're angry, they're whatever emotion they're feeling. And it can be terrifying to feel that, especially if you're a child or just anyone, if you're feeling like they did, you know what I mean? But that energy was around. It's not around anymore. That man left. I don't know who he was or why he was there. I don't know if he was tied to the property or not. I don't think so. I don't know who he was. I really don't. So I don't know if there was just something of that man's on the property, in the house, or if he was tied to the family. I have no clue. I really don't know who he is. I don't know. I want to say he was in his 40s or something. Maybe early 40s. He was, like I said, he wasn't old, but he wasn't young. And that's how he passed. And of course his father would show up here and there. But I don't feel like they were sensing him at all, because he's always around, and he doesn't show up in a big way. Like, I don't know how to explain it, because when I feel like his father, it's like it's free. Like, it's like the air we breathe. It's just like kind of flowing through, checking in, and I'm here. Like, I don't know. It's not like spirit. I don't know. I don't know how to explain the difference, because it's almost like energy versus a ghost. Because he's not a lost soul. And I'm not saying that the man who did that to himself is a lost soul, but that's some hardcore energy that gets left behind a lot of the times. Yeah, but that's it. Don't be afraid of the dark. That's where you find the answers. Is that it? Just said, is that it? And I heard, oh Lord, I hope not. So I don't know what that's about, but everything's gonna be okay. Don't give up. Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Peace. Ooh, ah. That sounded like a ghost, like from Beetlejuice. Like, don't worry, don't be scared. Don't be scared.